In the fall of 2014, we went to Prentice Cooper State Forest to look at the logging that was happening for that year. The two cuts were right along Tower Drive, and the first stand had already been cut, and we went over to the other one that had not been logged, but where a decking area had already been prepared, so the logging was coming right around the corner. Both these cuts were right near Tower Road, which is the main road that goes through Prentice Cooper north to south. And we decided to take some footage about what this stand looks like before it is logged. And walking along the edge of the stand, we did notice that it was next to a recent clear cut that was a few years old and had already turned basically into a poplar monoculture. And this is something that we were afraid was going to be happening to this stand once it was logged, with a seed bank like that so nearby. And walking through the stand, we saw our typical mixed second growth hardwood forest of various oak and hickory species, which is the main forest type that we have up on the plateau. We did pass by some shortleaf pine as well, not too many, but a few. And a lot of the stand was 50 to 70 years old, with a few other trees that were older than that. And we decided we would come back afterwards and see what happened.
Okay, we're back a few months later at Site 2 of the timber sale at Prentice Cooper. This was the spot that had not been logged yet. It has since been shelterwood cut. And so this was a maturing second growth forest. A lot of trees, probably hitting a century or near a century old, mixed hardwood forest. And now it's pretty much gone. Just poplar, pretty much, as far as canopy tree species recruitment. On the ground, dog fennel, muscadine, there's a Virginia pine, but just, as far as I can see, really, it's just as far as like canopy trees, it's mostly poplar. See if it's sourwood here and there, and an occasional pine, but I just don't see oaks or hickories really. And the neighboring stand from cutting about maybe a decade before is a good sense of probably what this will evolve into over the next 10 years. Back to Site 1 from the 2014 cuts, so we're getting 5 years later. We've been documenting since right before the cuts happened to get a sense of the type of community that regenerates. For illustration purposes, one way that this type of forest will regenerate up here on the Prentice Cooper on the plateau when you clear cut it are these poplar thickets. Okay, this is an adjacent cut, probably done, I don't know, maybe 5-8 years before the cut we're going to. So it's over on the right, and over on the left we're kind of on the outside edge of the cut. So let's see what we see. So here we are, and thanks to the big poplar seed bank over there, we see amongst the sweet gum and the blackberry scrub lots of poplars, and just not seeing oak regeneration. They left a few hickory and white oak trees for seed trees, But like it or not, under these silvicultural systems, they just don't win in the regeneration game. The winner, as far as trees go, is pretty much poplar, some sweet gum, probably some sugar maples. Over at site 2, we've seen plenty of autumn olive. And over here at site 1, we see, the problem that seems to be befalling many of the forests in our regions, a failure to regenerate oaks, hickories, and other species that help form a diverse Cumberland Plateau forest ecosystem. So there it is. This is a problem we're seeing, of course, in Bledsoe. We're seeing over at Franklin. We're seeing over at some of the forests in the western part of the state lands. Just something's going to have to be addressed.